Hey Weavers, this is Deborah from yarnnovations.com, and I want to show you how you can take your project off of your loom. There's a few things to consider. When you're getting close to finishing, a lot of people like to finish weaving right to the center. Sometimes I don't like to weave to the center, I like to finish up on the side. Only one comment I would make about that, you probably don't want to weave your tail in up at the edge because it's a little bit bigger because of the space created by these poles. So you probably just want to go in another row or two and make your tail either go up or down so that they don't just come out loose. Another thing I found when I've woven in my tails, if I use something really slippery, like a silk-like or polyester, sometimes when I wash it, the tail kind of works its way back out. So if you have a slippery material, or you want to make sure that your tail doesn't come loose, then you can weave it up a few rows and then sew it in place. Usually I found with these cottons, if I just weave them in quite a few inches, I haven't had any problems with them working their way out when I've washed them in the washing machine. So let's take a look here. I'm close to finishing on this one, and I just wanted to show you how difficult it can kind of be in the last row because it's kind of really tight. So right here, let's see, I can't remember what direction was I weaving in. I think this way here. I like to use scissors with a point or some kind of stick so I can push it through. Because it's really hard, I can't use my finger anymore. It makes my finger really tired when I do it that way. So I've saved 3 stitches so you can kind of see how I do it. And then one more. Oh, or maybe not. I guess I'm going to save myself 2. So I have these here in the center, so I'm going to try to work them in so the tails are in the back so that I can, when I take it off, I can weave the ends in the back. I don't want to weave in the ends in the front. So let's take a look at one more. I'm just going to go under this one, go around this one, and poke it into the back. And pull it through. I think I'm going to weave this one over and pull it through. I'm going to tuck this one under this here. And this last tail, I'm going to make sure I don't leave like a warp strand visible. Sometimes when you do this last row, you'll still see some of your warp strands. So I like to go back through and kind of push them up or push them down to hide those warp strands. Okay, so now they're in the back and I've kind of fiddled with these how I want to, then I can go ahead and remove it. I do have a tail left from my starting. I'm probably going to clip off here and down here. I started with a slip knot up at the top and then just had a tail that I wove around as I went. And I have a slip knot at the top and I wove around each part of that slip knot so that I wouldn't have any beginning tail to weave in because I already wove around it at the end and over here as well. So now you're ready to take it off your loom, and if you've used some poles, then this is the time to take them out. And this is the moment of truth. Did you weave everything and warp everything correctly? I use finishing nails on my loom so that I could just pop it off. Rather than nails with heads, that would be more difficult to pull off. Alright, so here we are. Because I use a slip knot, I won't have a tail to weave in here or here. And here's my tails in the back. So I like to use a bobby pin to weave in these ends. And I've tried several different things. I've tried a crochet hook and I've tried the yarn needles because they're nice and big, have a big eye. I can actually thread a yarn needle with these cotton strips. But I find that when you weave in with a yarn needle, sometimes it goes right through one of the pieces of fabric, one of the wefts, or even a warp, and then you can't pull the tail through. So I like to just put some thread or put some of the fabric strips onto my bobby pin, and then I kind of find which row I want to go up. It helps to go up kind of along the warp strand And I just go up a few wefts and then go a few more. Occasionally the wefts get caught in between and then I have to kind of pull it back out and go again. So that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of weave it up several inches and then I'll clip it off. And then your project is done. If you used a cotton or a cotton blend, you can wash and dry it in a washing machine. If you've used something that needs special care, then you might have to have other washing instructions. This one may shrink just a little bit, but not a whole lot, because it was a cotton blend. And there you have it. Happy weaving!